Are you in search of the all-American dream home? You know the one I'm talking about. 3 beds, 2.5 baths, and that white picket fence. You know, that classic home that most buyers picture when they kick off their home hunt. But where exactly can you find that home in the Triangle region of North Carolina? And more importantly, what will it cost you? Well, lucky for you, I pulled every single family home matching that exact spec. Okay, maybe not the white picket fence, but you can always add that one later, that sold across the Triangle region over the last year. And I put them all onto a map. And today I'm gonna walk you through exactly where you'll find the highest concentration at 4 different budgets, from under $400,000 all the way up to $1.5 million. But before we dive in, my name is Matt Martin, and not only am I a Raleigh-based realtor, but I'm also a transplant to the Triangle region, originally from LA and New York City. I've helped tons of clients, just like you, do exactly what we did back in 2021 and relocate to this region. So if you're looking to do the same, I'd love to help you too. Now, an important disclaimer on methodology. I looked exclusively at closed single-family homes over the past 12 months that hit that 3 to 4 bed, 2.5 bath plus, 2,200 square feet to 3,000 square foot range. This is gonna be especially important when we get to the bigger budgets, as I kept the house size the same throughout. So we're not gonna be looking at mega mansions today. Then I grouped all those sales into 4 budget buckets and mapped every single one across the triangle. And once you see it plotted out, a really clear pattern emerges. As your budget climbs, the map starts to shift, moving from the east and south up into the west and north. So now that you know that, let's break it down bucket by bucket. If your budget tops out under $400,000, you're in good company. There were 754 homes across the entire triangle that meet our criteria that sold in the last year at that price. And on the map, these are almost entirely clustered in the east and south. And the 2 cities where you'll find the most options are Angier and Clayton. Angier alone accounted for nearly 18% of sales in this bucket, more than any other city in the region, with a median price of about $351,000 for a home that's just over 2,400 square feet. Now, Angier's a small town, only about 3 square miles, and it's located about 45 minutes south of Raleigh. So the trade-off for that lower sales price is gonna be a bit more time in the car, especially if you're commuting to the Research Triangle Park or RDU Airport, both of which are about a 50 to 60 minute drive. But Angier is known as the town of crepe myrtles, and they throw an annual festival that draws about 20,000 visitors every year. Now, it's gonna be a more rural feel here, but people are flocking here for its affordability and new construction options, paired with the ongoing I-540 expansion that's giving the area a lot more accessibility. Then right behind Angier is Clayton, which made up 13% of this bucket, with a median price of around $370,000 for right around 2,300 square feet. Now, Clayton sits southeast of Raleigh, only about 25 minutes, and it's been one of the fastest growing towns in the entire triangle over the last few years. And you'll find everything here, from established neighborhoods to brand new subdivisions going up seemingly every month, plus a charming walkable downtown that's added new restaurants and breweries. So if you want new construction at an affordable price without sacrificing on square footage or convenience to Raleigh, then Clayton is pretty hard to beat. Now, once your budget climbs into the $500,000 to $600,000 range, the map starts to fill in. You'll still find a lot of these homes scattered through the south and the east, but now we start pushing up closer into Raleigh from really all directions. Now, overall, this was the largest bucket with 1,059 sales in the last year, and Raleigh itself takes the top spot, making up just over 13% of them, with a median price of about $550,000 for about 2,520 square feet. Now, you're gonna hear Raleigh a lot in this list, and that's because the city is so large and varied that you can really find homes at any price point depending on which part you're in. And at this price point, the bulk of the sales in Raleigh are going to be on the outskirts, especially as you approach the 540 outer belt line on both the northern and southern edges of the city. And homes here move pretty fast too, with a median of just 20 days on market. Then the other hot spot in this price point was Fuquay-Varina at nearly 11% of the bucket, with a median price of $535,000 for a slightly larger home at nearly 2,600 square feet, and an even quicker median of 17 days on market. Now, Fuquay sits about 35 to 40 minutes southwest of downtown Raleigh, and it's become one of the fastest growing towns in the entire state. It actually started as two separate towns, Fuquay Springs and Varina, that merged back in the 1960s, which is why you'll find two distinct downtowns just a mile apart from each other, each with its own coffee shops, breweries, and local restaurants. Then the I-540 Outer Beltline expansion has connected Fuquay much more directly to RTP and the airport, and that accessibility has driven a wave of newer subdivisions here that make finding a newer construction within this price point especially appealing. Now, as we push into the higher ends of that all-American dream home budget, this is where the map really starts to shift. When you're looking to spend around $750,000, this is the price point where the western half of the triangle starts to creep in. Think Cary, Apex, Pittsboro, alongside portions of North Raleigh just inside that outer belt line. I used a $700,000 to $800,000 window to represent this bucket, which gave us 445 qualifying sales, and Cary and Raleigh again dominate the field. Cary takes the top spot, making up nearly 21% of sales in this bucket, with a median price of about $744,000 for around 2,700 square feet. Cary is incredibly well located, about 20 minutes southeast of Durham, 15 to 20 minutes west of downtown Raleigh, and just 15 minutes or so from RTP and RDU Airport. Pair that with an excellent public school system, great parks, and one of the best downtowns in the region, and it's no surprise that Cary commands a premium. And at this price point, homes are moving incredibly fast in a median of just 6 days. Then Raleigh comes in a close second at nearly 20% of the bucket, with a median price of $739,000 for slightly more square footage at around 2,757 square feet, and a median of just 7 days on the market. At this price point, the concentration really tightens up into North and Northwest Raleigh, that band sitting between the 440 inner belt line and the 540 outer belt line, where you'll find well-established tree-lined neighborhoods that offer this exact combination of size and layout, giving you great accessibility without having to stretch into the $1 million range. And speaking of $1 million range, finally at the top of our budgets today, if you're looking to spend between $1 million and $1.5 million, the map tightens up dramatically into just a few pockets. Inside the Beltline in Raleigh, then Chapel Hill and Durham. Now remember, I kept the criteria the same throughout, so we're still looking at homes up to 3,000 square feet. And as you've already heard many times in this video, Raleigh takes the cake here with nearly 47% of every sale in this bucket, where you can get a median of nearly 2,800 square feet for around $1.15 million, but only if you move quickly, as these homes moved in a median of just 6 days. And within Raleigh, it really comes down to two distinct pockets: the established inside the Beltline neighborhoods close to downtown, and then North Hills, which has been exploding in the past few years with new development and expansion of the popular North Hills shopping district. Then tied for a distant second are the two other hub cities of the triangle, Durham and Chapel Hill, each making up about 12.5% of the bucket. Durham's median came in at $1.05 million for 2,786 square feet, while Chapel Hill's median was a little bit higher at nearly $1.15 million for a slightly smaller 2,619 square feet. And homes there moved the fastest of the bunch in a median of just 4 days. Now, I'll be honest with you, this is a pretty small sample size. Only 32 homes across the entire triangle over the last year hit this exact combination of size, bed, and bath count along with price, so take this one with a slight grain of salt. But the takeaway is clear. If you're spending 7 figures on a home this size, you're most likely gonna land in Raleigh, and then Durham and Chapel Hill are your best backup options. So there you have it, your ultimate guide to where to find that all-American dream home across the Triangle region of North Carolina at 4 different budgets. If you zoom out, you'll see a pretty consistent story. The most affordable homes sit east and south of Raleigh. That mid-range sweet spot of $500,000 to $600,000 fills in around them and creeps into the north and northeast. And once you cross into the $700,000 range, the west and the north start becoming more viable options. Then at the very top budgets, you're mostly looking at Raleigh inside the Beltline, North Hills, and parts of Chapel Hill and Durham. But no matter where your budget lands you, there's a place for you here in the Triangle. So which of these areas are you most interested in? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're ready to start your own home search here in the Triangle, I would love to be your guide. You can reach me by phone, email, or text, and you'll find all my contact information in the link below, or by scanning this QR code right here with your phone. And if you liked this video, I have a whole catalog of others all about moving to, living in, and buying real estate in and around Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's another one here that you may like, so give it a click to keep on watching.